even though we grew up in Ghana with many mutual friends, I had to travel a long way to meet my life partner. Accra, Tokyo, London, and then Guildford. We were matched up in 1992 by our dear friends from Ghana, my school friend and his childhood friend. We didn't really hit it off at that meeting, but then, as he would say, he reluctantly gave me a lift in his two-door Honda CRX from Guildford to Battersea, and I charmed him during that drive. I had met a fun, hard-working, problem-solving, family-loving gentleman, and I was not going to let him go. Fifi loved his family, and during our short time together, everything he did was with the sole aim of securing a comfortable future for us. He was very generous. When my sister Sandra died, he unconditionally accepted Stephanie into our family, saying, "Now I have 2 daughters." He was the one who held it together at that difficult time. He was a gentle soul and never bore a grudge. Whenever we had a disagreement, he would offer a drink within minutes and life would go on. He had strong views and always backed them up with experience and research. 2 years ago, when he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, we were all devastated. But Fifi never gave up hope. He set out on a long and arduous journey of research on how to beat it with a holistic approach. In doing that, he changed all our dietary habits for the better, and he learned to cook for us. I know most of you have had some sort of conversation with him about diet and supplements. Even in his last days, he never, ever gave up hope. In one of his last text messages to me, he urged me to be brave and said, "Man plans and God laughs." And he had very little time. He knew he had very little time left, and he was devastated to leave us, especially the apple of his eye, Evian, with whom he spent many precious moments in the last few years while I was at work. Fifi, even though life threw many challenges at you, you did your best to live with your lot. You will be missed dearly, but we know you are at peace in the place where there is no more pain. We will do right by you and continue with the lifestyle you left us. Rest well, my dearest Bosmefi. Till death did we part, your dearest Dianita.
People say I'm a daddy's girl. Mum says daddy spoiled me rotten. And when I think of daddy, I think of a doting father who would do anything to help me achieve what I wanted to achieve. He was full of ideas, most of which amazed and befuddled me, because who would think of ideas like these, so easily and so often, ideas so brave and so elaborate? Daily he would turn to me and tell me to keep idea after idea a secret, and I thought, why? Why help the greatness it could achieve? But Daddy was a patient man, and a wise one. We had our projects, our mad schemes. I would discover something, anything, become interested, so obsessed, and I would share it with him, and he would react with equal interest. for he was happy to look into anything I wanted to know about. And when I was with Daddy, we could achieve anything. Sometimes in a long car journey, or perhaps whilst working, we could discuss, like business partners, like partners in crime, any thoughts of the world playing in our minds, or any life lessons he had learned over time. And sometimes, perhaps at our favourite pub over lunch, or walking to school, he would make me laugh, make me feel special, and the world would seem brighter, with so much more to explore and ours to conquer. Rest in peace, Daddy.
The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. Fifi, as we affectionately called him, was the third son of Professor Joseph Ewusi and Stella Ewusi Nitexon, both of blessed memory. Growing up at the then University College of Cape Coast, where his father was vice-chancellor, Fifi was naturally quiet and reserved. However, these traits became more pronounced as his two older brothers, Eja and Ato, who were very close in age, always team up to play tricks and pranks on him. After each prank, Fifi would quickly run to his mom to complain. Auntie Stella would reassure him, Fifi, onye she, mankasa ho. That is, Fifi paid no heed to them. He was slow in speech and seemed almost helpless sometimes. We remember an incident when his father, waiting for him in his car to take him to school, shouted, Fifi, Fifi, are you not coming? He responded, Daddy, Mereba, what's the meaning? Meaning, I'm coming. They say I have not put on my shoes. When his father left Ghana in 1979 for Kenya, Fifi was still young. But as he grew into an adult, Fifi was transformed. He completely took charge of his life. Even though he still maintained his quiet, reserved disposition, he became a confident, self-assured, and intelligent man. He developed a huge appetite to acquire knowledge, and this gave him an enormous potential to do whatever he wanted to do. These attributes were manifested profoundly during his illness. He became the master of his destiny. He researched deeply into his ailment, and he could clearly articulate its complexities and various treatments. He was positive, resilient, strong-willed, and unyielding. We have learned a great lesson, a very, very great lesson from Fifi. Never give up in life despite the odds. Fifi, dearest Fifi, we salute you for fighting your ailments so valiantly until the absolute end, when your own will, strength, and endurance was stretched to the full limit. Inshallah, you once remarked, God's will be done. Indeed, his will has been done. You have ended one life's journey here on earth. The next has just begun. Death has no power over you now. The light of God surrounds you, Fifi. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, Fifi, God is with you, and all is well. Fare thee well. Deye dofo funafo. Nyame mfa winsi. Amen.
Kofi Busmefi, Yani Ewusi. Fifi, as I affectionately called him, was not only my brother, but my very good friend. He was a friend I could count on, and I could speak to Fifi about anything and everything. Fifi was a man of passions. When he picked up an interest, subject, or project, he would research it thoroughly. He would buy books, read any material he could find about the subject, and he would also talk to anybody he met about the subject or interest he was passionate about at that time. Many hours have been spent talking about his interests, his passions, from martial arts, computer programming, computer technology, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, to the best food to eat to stay healthy. Fifi was brilliant, honest, and principled. Even when he was ill, he was never downhearted. I have lost my good friend. Who will I go to when I have got something on my mind I want to sound out with? Who will I go to and visit on Sunday afternoons? When are you, Evian, and I going to do that bike around Hyde Park and central London? Fifi, I'll miss you dearly. We will all miss you dearly. Your kindness and generosity. Your kindness and generosity. Your smile, your sense of humor, your dancing. You did it your way. Indeed you did. Fifi, rest in peace in the arms of the Lord till we meet again. Fifi, Nyame mfa wo sie.
Fifi, I know we shared lots of years together, during which we had lots of fun. There were still so many things we had to share together, but it's too late now, as it has had to end this way so soon. I just can't believe it. I suppose it will have to wait until the day that we meet again. May your soul rest well, my beloved Fifi, as you are now a free soul. Whenever times are great, I'll think of you, my dear brother. I'll miss you being so much part of us. Fifi, goodbye for now. I have never regretted being part of your life. I'll never forget you, Fifi. God keepeth your soul. Rest in peace till we meet again.
Fifi first met my wife-to-be, Fidelis, in 2005. Fifi had missed his connecting flight from Las Vegas to London and had to spend an extra night in Los Angeles. He called me, and Fidelis and I drove up and went to spend the evening with him. Two things have stuck with Fidelis and I from that evening. As he would say in NLP talk, they are the perfect therapeutic metaphors for my brother and our relationship. First thing, he could not bear to spend another night away from Evian. He missed her so much. I had no kids, and I really didn't understand, why you would regret spending a night in LA. And he looked at me and just said, "You will understand one day." I do. He told Fidelis how he helped me learn to sit as an infant that night. My mom would ask him, and he would stop playing football with his friends and sit behind me. In hindsight, that is the role he always played in my life. He was always there to counsel me. His creative problem-solving skills helped me find options whenever there appeared to be none. But our relationship was symbiotic. I relied on him, and he relied on me. I also supported him at key junctures in his life. I got hooked on computers at age 13, and as he watched me tinker with the machine, he found his passion, or another passion. We had geeky adventures together. I think it must have been 1987 or 88. Fifi was taking care of a business down the road from our house, Alpha Omega Computers. The owner, a guy by the name of Ben Chu, was on vacation in Hong Kong. Now, Ben Chu had managed to secure Thames Water Authority as his premium client. And so when he took off to Hong Kong, he left Fifi in charge of this. And Fifi hoped nothing would go wrong. Well, Thames Water Authority called that their system was not working. And Fifi took the call, and he had to do something about it. Fifi rushed there, and you know him. With his confidence, he just calmed them down. It was a hardware issue. He had no clue, no idea how to fix it, but he just kept them calm. And after tinkering around for a while, he called me, his little brother. And I went out there, and between the two of us, we figured out what was wrong. Ben Chu had left us no parts, so we went back to the office, took parts out of the computer in the office, run back down there, and got them running again. Fifi, I'll miss you so much. Anita and Evian will miss you so much. But as you said in your last days, we'll be all right. We will do fine. Rest in peace.
This is a tribute from Annie Rusi, sister-in-law. I got on very well with Fifi. The first time I saw him, which was soon after he arrived from Cameroon to Neasden. Back then, he had the Afro hairstyle. This was to last for 2 decades. He played an active role in organizing the wedding for Ija and I miss him for his enduring 70s dance. My last memory of him was dancing at the wedding of his niece, Jane. He was so energetic. We danced happily away and had done so in many celebrations beforehand. Fifi enjoyed my cooking. He knew my favorite drink was Black Tower wine and always had this available. He was always thoughtful and considerate. I shall miss you, Fifi, dearly. My strength is cast down in a flood of remembrance. I weep like a child for the past.